edge stitch the pocket 1/8 of an inch away from the edge of the pocket. So we're going to start on this and line our edge up with this inside toe of the presser foot. Make sure you back stitch. And sew all the way down one side of the pocket. Stop and take your pins out as you come to them. As you come to the corner, you might want to put your machine in the needle down button so that it'll stop down and you can pivot when you get close to 1/8 of an inch. So mine is not quite there yet, so I'm just going to do it one more time. And I'm going to turn the hand wheel towards me so it doesn't go too far. And you're going to go all the way along the bottom, 1/8 of an inch away still. Okay. So then you're going to stitch all the way to the end, and when you get to the end of your pocket, you're going to back stitch 3 times. Okay, the next part is we're going to make a triangle at the top of both sides of the pocket. So to get a place where you can line it up, you'll just take your little seam gauge, put it at 3/8 of an inch, so 3 lines across, and you'll just mark that place that you're going to end up with your triangle. It's going to end up being stitched all the way down here and across the top. Same thing on the other side. So you'll just take your 3/8 again and mark it. And that'll just give you an idea of where you're going to go with your triangle. You have that mark right there. You can connect from your stitch line, the point right there, to your mark, and that'll give you a line to follow when you're stitching, just like that. And then 1/8 of an inch from the edge, you're going to do another line across, and that's your triangle that you're going to stitch on. Okay, so when you're doing this triangle, you want to put your needle down where those lines intersect in the point. And then you're going to line up this line along with the line that you drew. And you're going to go forward and then back stitch a few and then keep going forward along that line. When you get near the end, you might want to do the hand wheel a couple times till you get to the edge. And you're going to turn it and sew straight to the end. Make sure you back stitch again. And that's your triangle. Okay, you're now ready to do your loops. So you're going to want to take your piece of material and put it right sides together. And so the bottom of the backpack, make sure you have your top up here and your bottom down here. They're going to have 2 little loops. So you're going to take one of the loops that you already made, you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to put that loop into the inside of your backpack, about 1 inch from the bottom. So you're going to have the little edges just going a little past your bag. Then you'll take your pins and pin that in place. Oh, okay. And then you're going to pin this so it will stay shut, just like that. Mm-hmm. The entire?
I'm just doing my
Okay. Do you want to help?
Yeah. And our helper here.
You have these 2 things lined up before you start pinning, actually, so that your casing is lined up on the top edges. And then you pin all the way down. You have your little loops right in there. and you're going to sew a 1/4 of an inch away from the edge all the way down. Oh yeah, so we're not sewing the casing. So make sure when you start sewing, it's just below the casing. And you can line that up with the side of your presser foot. Make sure you back stitch. So once you get close to your loops at the bottom of the bag, you're going to just want to be really careful, and you're going to go over it once and then back over it just to make it strong and so that those loops will hold. So once you've gone over it, back stitch and then back over them again. And then you'll need to back stitch at the end.
And repeat on the other side.
Yep. Okay, so once you've turned it inside out, or right side out, you're going to roll out the seam, so make sure your seam is not tucking inside itself, and then you'll press that at the iron all along your edge. Okay, so when you get to this stage, you are ready to get your drawstring. Your teacher will have the drawstrings, and they're already measured out, and they'll need to help you burn the edges so that it won't get unraveled inside your bag. So then you're going to put a pin at least an inch down, a safety pin, down from the top of your drawstring paracord.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're going to take the safety pin and you're going to stick that with the drawstring in the end of one side of your casing. And then you're going to use that safety pin as your guide. And you're going to push that through and kind of gather the fabric and then pull the fabric back all the way through. So it comes out this side. And then you're going to go through the other side. Okay. Okay. Once you get through both sides, you're going to make sure that your drawstring is even, like the ends are even, like this. Okay. And then you're going to take your safety pin off, and you are going to take it through the loop. You're going to put one end through the loop. And then you're going to do a square knot. Okay. Just like that. Nice and tight. There's one side. And then you're going to do the other side, and start at the opposite side and bring it around so that the two ends will come out on this other side. And then your backpack will be done.